get the flow of it, more students, and it just keeps going.
Come on in. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Before we get started, I want to let you know, me and my guests have taken all the safety precautions, which allows us to take off our masks, and which we will do now.
Yep.
How y'all doing? I'm Greg Carter, and this is the DJ Northbound show. We have a special guest for today. We have Lathen
Tsalate.
And Lathen here is the president of the Asmf, Associated Students and Faculty here on campus. We have a good show for you today. So let's get right into it.
Yep. Well, I'm just here to talk about updates from ASNF and what we can do to help our students at Adams State University.
You heard the man. You see the candy, right? Don't be shy. Come on, get the candy. Yeah, you got Starburst. You got all that. Enjoy it. Yes, sir. Take a seat. Let's get rolling. Let's go. So, what is ASNF?
Well, ASNF is, like we said, Associated Students and Faculty, and we're all about what's for students, by students, for students. So right now we have, our mission is to promote a strong community of leadership and communication among students, faculty, and staff. The Senate advocates for student rights and represents Adams State University by enabling opportunities, development, and engagement. So we're all about making sure that students' voices are heard and seeing what we can do to help students. Right now we have 3 branches. We have executive board, legislative, and we have our judicial branch.
So like, break it down. Like, so what exactly does ASNF do? Like on a daily basis, like what's the workload for you and the rest of the
team.
staff?
Yeah. Okay. So right now, for me as president, I attend President's Cabinet, which is actually, we're having one this Wednesday. We have President's Cabinet. I attend the lost my train of thought. President's Cabinet, and then the Senate meetings. I kind of run the entire Senate meeting, making sure that agendas and minutes are sent out correctly, and just 10 office hours a week, and just making sure that things are carried out correctly within our Constitution and bylaws. We have actually 6 positions on the executive board. We have VP of Internal, Jasmina Martinez, and she's kind of the president of the presidents of the clubs, if that makes sense. So if you're in a club and you have your president, each club is actually a part of ASNF if you're ASNF affiliated. And so she's in charge of points and making sure ASU Cares Day is kind of figured out. Right now she's working at Adams 100. And yeah, we also have VP of External, Courtney Hawking. She was actually in charge of Go Vote Grizzlies, which was pretty cool. We actually saw a lot of increase from student votes. At least that's what we've heard from the city council and all that jazz. But yeah, we also have VP of Finance, who's in charge of our budgets and making sure CIF is carried out. CIF is College Impact Fund, and yeah, we have 2 budgets, operating and clubs/departments. I can talk more about that later on, but yeah, that's the VP of Finance. We also have a Chief Justice, Ashley Espinoza, who's in charge of our Constitution and bylaws, making sure that we're going through the right processes and making sure that just things are going the right way in terms of being correct with bills and all that stuff. We also have our executive secretary, who's in charge of all our paperwork. Right now we don't have anybody on the board for that, but if you want, that is a paid position, 6 office hours a week. So
Free plug.
Yep,
You heard him. Say it again for him.
Executive secretary position open, ready for spring semester to bring someone new on the team. Yep.
Paid position, people.
Paid position.
Do your research.
Yeah.
And get into them.
Yeah, I was actually the executive secretary last year, so you'll definitely be transitioned well into the position that you'll be taking on. So, yeah.
So So Lathen, so like run us down some of ASNF's initiatives for this upcoming school year for 2021.
Yeah.
I heard about you guys are discussing with the president and her advisors about turning this campus into a wet campus.
Yeah, semi-wet campus. Yeah. So definitely going through the desk that I was given with all the old papers, and just speaking around with other students around campus. Some students expressed that we should be a wet campus, and I did find kind of a guideline, or at least like a draft of what a semi-campus would look like, some pros and cons. Some of the guidelines included, obviously 21 years and older. Another one was you have to be a junior, and you have to be in the apartments. So that's definitely some things that we're looking into. We're really thinking that the dorms, so Connor, Geralt, and Coronado, those will definitely always be dry. That's what we're thinking, that's going to be what's going to happen. Apartments, that's a little bit of gray area, just because some students want to be in an apartment, but when you have a roommate that's 19, who's a junior, who qualifies for a junior, but you have your other roommate who's a junior as well, and it's 21, that kind of creates some conflict. So we're trying to figure out, what if we do that way, which apartments are dry and which apartments are wet. So yeah.
Yeah. So what other initiatives you guys have going forward besides discussing like the wet campus?
Yeah. So right now we're looking at a land acknowledgement statement, and this is more with me and Dr. Valverde, who's in charge of Silo. I don't remember the entire title of what Silo is. I should, but right now, not at the top of my head. If you don't know what a land acknowledgement statement, it's basically a statement saying that we know that this land wasn't who it belonged to right now. So more talking about indigenous cultures, tribes in around the area. A few tribes that we're looking at is Apache, Ute, Comanche, and some other tribes and nations in the area. So yeah, we're looking at that. Right now I'm talking with some of the tribes to see if they would like to be included in this statement and conversation. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're also looking at a credit window change. So if you don't know right now, but during the spring/summer in that area when COVID was just first starting, the credit window change maximum, previously you could take 20 credit hours, right? Well, we did a lot of data research, and the thing is, unfortunately, Adams State just needs more students and it needs more money. We're losing a lot of money due to, electricity and water bills and gas bills, So right now, it wasn't the greatest business plan, all right? So in order to work with that, we had to look at some research and see how many students are taking classes within the credit window. So the maximum could be 20. We changed that now to only take 16. Now this hurts a lot of students. You know why? You know why?
You tell me.
All right. Well, first off, we get students who are changing majors. So say you come in knowing what your major is, but then you change. Oh wait, I don't want to do this major. I'm gonna change during my second year. Now with that, you have to, obviously catch up yourself so that way you're graduating on time, which means taking more classes, which means taking more than just the average 15. So there's those students who are getting impact. There's also some departments that require you to take more than just the average 15. For example, nursing. Just hearing from a friend from on campus, their junior and senior year is about 20 credit hours. So with that, you have to take more, you have to pay more on your bill on your tuition bill to take those classes. And in order to take those classes, you want to graduate, obviously. So we're thinking about right now. It's been on the dock of what we want to, where do we see our students, and what they want to change, and see what they want to. We just want to hear those voices, and right now we just don't have those voices because we don't have enough senators, and that's what's going on.
Brings up a great topic. So for the students out there who are watching this, how can they apply, and like what are the requirements for them to even get accepted into?
It's actually not that complicated. So what I have with me is actually a packet, which looks like this. ASNF's legislative branch application, and it's 2020 to 2021. So basically it's a pretty small packet. You want to take a look at it. You just go in, you fill out what department you want to check off. You can go by your major, and all the departments are on there as well, along with core. So you just check it off, and you have to have a 2.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale. Then you fill out your information with your 900, sign off saying, yes, I will keep up my GPA, and then you get 50 signatures. And that's where the thing that kind of hurts a lot of people, because they say, yeah, I'll do it. And then we get to, how's your signatures going? Well, I'm at 40 right now, or I'm at 30 right now. My best advice to getting those signatures, go during lunchtime. Go to the grill, go to the caf, get those signatures. That's honestly the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get those signatures, just go during lunchtime. You'll get those signatures like that. That's what I did.
So why do you think, like maybe like in your own personal experience, like why do you think that some students have trouble with like getting those signatures? Is it because it's like they don't want to, like they have trouble kind of interacting with other students, or?
No, I actually don't think that. I actually think students may be intimidated by ASNF. I know ASNF can sound like it's very intimidating with like just what I said previously, like all the legislative branch and judicial branch, and it looks so complicated, and there's so many moving parts. But as a senator, your job is pretty more voluntary and more independent with how you want to be as a senator. So right after you're turning your application to our office, you'll send in your platform, you go on to the Senate meeting, you'll be put on the agenda, you'll just say why you want to be a senator and who you're going to represent, your name, obviously, and then you get voted in, and you'll get voted in by a 2/3 vote from the rest of the Senate. And once you're in, you represent your department, and whatever issues that comes up within the Senate meetings, you'll report back to your department, along with your students as well, and the faculty and all that stuff. But, yeah.
So earlier you kind of touched on COVID and how it has affected the hours and the credit hours for some students and the majority or the whole campus. So how has COVID-19 kind of affected the way you run ASNF, and how's it affected like the responsibilities of your team members?
Yeah, I think right now it has affected, but it could be worse. I'll say it could be worse. Some of us have had to go into quarantine, some of us haven't. But yeah, it just adds on an extra layer of procedures that we have to do. Right now we're doing executive board meetings on Zoom, along with the Senate meetings on Zoom. So we have to spend, another 20 minutes getting those links set up and then sending those out. But gladly it hasn't been as much of a train wreck as it could be. But we're rocking with what we have, and we're just trying to go with what we got and just be a support for our students, and that's what we're just trying to do.
Lathen, so You talked about how sometimes you have meetings with the president, President Nobel, who's the president of the campus, Adams State University. So like, what happens in those meetings, and how are you how is that connection established from you being president of ASMF and then she's president? Does it have any type of correlation, or do you guys talk one-on-one, or is it more so on a general basis?
Yeah, that's definitely more on one-on-one. She's really busy this semester, so we had to schedule those in advance before the classes started, before the semester started. So our first one-on-one, it was really just what's going on her side and what's going on our side. And right now it's been more fluid and more connected as to what we can do and what she can do for us. And it really gives me a spot to, you know, just remember who I am and remember what this position gives me opportunity-wise. And yeah, it's really a good time for me to just say what the students want. So yeah, it's pretty fluid.
How can ASNF help students who join later on, even after they graduate, or possibly later in their careers? Like, how could this experience set them up for success later on in life?
Yeah, well, being a senator, it definitely adds on to the resume, but it really depends on how how deep you want to go in. So if you want to be that senator who's, you know, just passes by and just, yeah, I'm the senator, but I don't really do anything, if you want to do that, that's on you. But if you want to be that senator who takes the extra mile, it's all on you, and we really appreciate what you do. So right now we just voted in a new bylaw, which is the Recruitment and Retention Committee. Each senator has to serve on at least one committee, and it's written in our bylaws that we have to. So right now that committee is geared towards recruiting high school students to come to Adams State, and also helping students that are already here stay at Adams State. So right now we're in the process of asking those senators to connect with their old high schools and connect with high schools in the area to just promote and just say, hey, come to Adams State. I'm a senator of business, and I think you should come to Adams State because yada da da da, or and that's for the recruitment side. For retention side, right now we're working with the Grizzly Persistent Mentorship Program. That's kind of been put on a pause at the moment just because of how the semester is and the flow of everything. But once we get that started, it'll definitely be helping students with tutoring and making sure, you know, just like, how are you feeling with your classes? Like, is there anything that we can help? And yeah, that's what the retention and recruitment committee is all about.
And you're a senior, right?
Yeah, the senior.
Yeah. So what do you envision for ASNF after you leave? Like what do you want to see happening, and what are your expectations for the next president who steps up?
Yeah. Right now, I want to. Oh, yeah, take a candy.
Hey, that's some good candy. Actually, I'm gonna get some candy. You want some candy?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Here's some candy. Thanks. This is not a plug for Starburst, by the way, but Starburst is really good.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah. So the question was,
envisionment of the next president.
Yes.
Okay. Well, last year we had about 45 to 50 senators, give or take, and 40 to 50 legislative branch. So remember I said representatives and senators consist of the legislative branch. I don't remember the exact number of clubs, but we're at about 20 clubs at this point. And right now we're about 5 to 6 senators, but if you add up all the departments, it's a possible 50 seats open for legislative branch. And yeah, so what I want to see is more involvement and more of those seats being filled, and more competition. Because for example, Mass Comm, right? So do you know who your senator is?
No, I don't.
There's actually no senator for that yet.
Yeah.
There's an open seat,
Yeah.
and I think there's two seats available for that. So yeah, every department has its own seat.
I might apply.
Yeah.
Actually, I will apply.
There you go.
There we go.
Solid.
All it takes is one person.
Yeah.
That's great. So how do you guys raise money for it? Like, it's like I imagine you guys put on. Do you guys put on events throughout the year? Just like kind of your own funded, and how do you guys get funded to kind of go on with those events?
Okay. So right now, so we're gonna take a step back into what is core. So core is basically student life, and it consists of the Rex Gym, GAB, and ASNF, Multicultural Student Governments, and then the food pantry and all its other small little departments within those. And so right now, core is funded through college service fees. So if you take a look on your student account, if you want, you can take a look at it right now. But if you go onto your tuition bill, there's a spot that says college service fee. And I don't remember exactly the dollar amount of that, but when you pay your bill, you pay for college service fee. And so college service fees get divided up into so many different departments. There's the music department, there's the sub department, there's core, there's athletics, and other departments around the campus. And so core gets those funds, and within core, it gets divided up again to those different departments of ASNF, GAB, and the Rex Gym. And so that's where we get our money, actually. So, like I said, this is your school. So, and you're paying for your classes just like you're paying for these facilities and these services. So, if you're paying for this, shouldn't you have a voice? And shouldn't you have a reason to say, hey, why is this like this? I want to know more. Or I want to change this. That's where we start. That's where we go.
That's an excellent point, because that brings me to my next question. So my next question was for you, like, have you guys thought about creating like a town hall type of town situation where students are able to come up and address you guys directly and talk about their issues and talk about what they're going through in their daily in their daily lives.
Yeah, we actually haven't had kind of a formal outreach to the entire campus, but Senate meetings are always open to the public. So whether you're a senator, representative or not, you can still join the Senate meetings. We actually post out those links out right outside our board. If you're walking this way to the CAF and you look on your left, there's actually a billboard. Not a billboard, what is it called? Just a board.
Yeah,
just a board.
Yeah,
just a board.
Yeah.
And then right there, it shows the vacant seats along with the next Senate meeting link. And we're supposed to have our pictures out, but so far they haven't been posted, but they should be posted right about there. But yeah, so if you want to come to those Senate meetings, definitely come. The more the merrier.
I have talked to some students or some peers of mine, and they talk about how they just don't. They feel like there's no connection from them to you guys, and they just feel like that you guys are like kind of superior, or like it has that. It's not like that,
Yeah.
but to them or to the average student, as I might say, it's a disconnect.
Yeah.
And they feel that like you guys don't really connect down to the person who isn't doing a lot of stuff on campus, who's just a regular person who's going to class. What do you like? How do you connect to those kids, like to those students who are just kind of out there? And what do you say to them? And what do you say to those students say that you guys are kind of disconnected from reality, from what's going on from the average student? What do you say to that?
I'll say, come to the office. All right. I'm not a scary guy. I promise. I'm not like. I try not to be mean, and I'm really, the Senate is open for you if you really want it. Yeah, just come to the office, talk to me, talk to one of our e-board members, and yeah, like, we don't turn away people. We really don't want to turn people away because this is your school. So this is our school. So if you want to join and have a voice, share your voice. It's time for you to share your voice.
It's time. So let's say to incoming freshmen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about Adams State's made you want to commit here? And for those looking at other schools around Colorado,
yeah,
and surround different states, what do you say to them? Like, what do you say to them when they say, what makes Adams State different?
What makes Adams State different is, okay, you ready? It's a little complicated, but I'm gonna say it. Adams State is not for everybody, but we try to accommodate so that everybody feels welcome to Adams State. And so, for example, I wanted to attend Adams because of the small class sizes, the affordability, and the location. But I didn't want to be, just like another face and I didn't want to be just another face in the crowd, or just like another number in the system. And so coming here, I kind of was like, okay, let's give the first year a shot. Let's give it a shot. And after the first year, I was like, I'm committed. Like, there's no going elsewhere. Like, it can't get better than this. Like, this is the best one.
So with ASNF, are you guys in contact with other universities around, like other like if they have their own kind of similar or like programs and organizations, are you guys in contact with them, and how do you guys collaborate?
I'm actually part of the Colorado Student Government Association. That's a fun one, CSGA. And it connects with all the universities across campus.
Wow.
Western, UNC, what's some other ones? I don't remember all of them. Yeah, Boulder.
Pueblo.
All the universities, and along with all the presidents of those universities. So yeah, I talk with them with different stuff, what's happening within higher ed, and we have our own meetings set for those too. So and we've been in contact since I got in. So yeah, we've been trying to collaborate to see what we can do all together. But it's just been so hard with the semester going on. Some universities are closing, some of them are online, some of them it's just hard to connect. If this was a normal year, then we could have had something, but I don't want to put COVID as an excuse, but it's just been challenged. It's been a challenge.
It's been a challenge for everyone, worldwide, global.
Yeah.
But each and every day, we're trying to make a step that we all can make progress. So we can say that. So on the kind of on topic of collaborating, let's come back home, right? Home base, right?
All right.
So, how often does ASNF collaborate with other student-run organizations on campus? Like, and if not so much, like, what are you willing to do to establish those connections and those relationships because honestly, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
That laying that groundwork of building a relationship with these students, then they're able to tell their friends,
Yep.
yo, ASNF, they're so cool. Like, oh, what is that? Yeah, man, they're student run, blah 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 blah. And that's how. So you guys ever think about collaborating with other students in like whatever they have going on campus?
Yeah, we're always prepared and willing to work with all departments across campus. I mean, we're of students, by students, for students, so anytime a department wants to collaborate with ASNF, by all means, definitely come, email us, come to the office, give us a call, whatever. We're willing to do what we can to help our students succeed and be happy with what we have.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the DJ Northbound Show. I'm Greg Carter, and this is Lathen.
Yeah. Last message, I will say to get do the COVID test before and after break. Those will be issued out once we come back and before we leave. So yeah, a direct quote, because I just had a meeting with President Lovell this morning actually, and she just wants to emphasize that we need to gear up, keep wearing our masks. We only have 3 weeks left. Let's try to finish this race, guys. Let's try to finish this race.
Our cases for Adams State has been really low. We have had almost like under 20 cases, like if that, all year, all semester long. So like, this is not the time for us to start slipping up. We've been doing a great job, the whole student body, the faculty, and the staff, and we're almost home. We got 3 more weeks, and then we can do what we're gonna do. But let's keep on going. In academics, let's finish strong. Let's keep on wearing our masks. Let's keep on social distancing. And Lathen, before we go, how can anybody watching this video get in contact with you? Get in contact with get in contact with ASNF, Core? Do you have phone numbers or email addresses or even social media handles for people just watching?
Yeah, definitely. So if you want to connect to the ASNF office, our email is asf@grizzlies.adams.edu. If you want to connect with me personally, my email is my last name, tsalatelm@grizzlies.adams.edu. If you want to message me as well, my phone number is 505-879-5262.
Yes. I think you guys are on Instagram as well, right? So what's
our I don't remember our Instagram right now, but we have our handles within Core, yes. And within that you can reach out to us too.
Yes. Like I said before, thank you so much. I'm Greg Carter. This is Lathen. This has been another episode of the DJ Northbound Show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. See you guys next time.